But we are heading to green flag racing here in Bahrain, and Daniel Moffat is on the inside line of that first corner. Robert Pure is going to try and sweep around at the outside, and is he going to be able to squeeze his way through? Not quite, and that's the bollard already taken out within the first lap of this race. Now we head up the hill with potentially two Aston Martins side by side in the background, potentially the two Lexi up front in a battle alongside each other. Not quite, and Daniel Moffat holds on. Tom Osborne tries to pressure as they head through to the second sector. Yes, and he is just waiting for those cars to continue to fight as into the final corner. It's Pure on the inside, as Osborne on the outside line, and the two Aston Martins in the background looking to get involved. One picking up the slipstream of Robert Pure, and the other one, Zoltan Varkonyi, following through Hendrik de Vries, hoping, gambling that Aston Martin will make his way through and try to make a move into the first corner. It's going to be the middle line, in fact, for Hendrik de Vries. Pure on that inside, Osborne taking the outside, sweeping through and trying to make the move, but he's not quite going to be able to, and that opens the door for Hendrik de Vries and for Zoltan Varkonyi to make their way through. Now it's going to be the slipstream as they head down towards turn number 4, and Hendrik de Vries trying to break it, pulling to that inside. It's 3 wide as Zoltan Varkonyi tries and fail. Well, he did fail initially, but then successfully makes his way through. But on the exit of the corner, Tom Osborne just had enough grip to be able to pull himself through. Alistair Ramsey decided to fight through as well.
Now, are we going to see Osborne now finally get that move done? He nearly got lost out on positions, did Osborne, heading into this corner just a few laps, just last lap, and now Robert Pure is having to defend quite aggressively. Osborne with the good old up and under, out of turn 4, looking into turns 5 and 6 now. Is he going to get the move done? They're still side by side, and Pure just streaks clear. Osborne has to back out of that one, but now down into turn 8, this is another overtaking opportunity. Osborne could focus on the traction, go for that switchback once again, but no, but Pure gets his poor exit. I was going to say no, he can't do the switchback, but he's gone to the outside line, which will be the inside for turns 9 and 10. Surely the BMW will break through here at last, and he does. Osborne up into second, and now the hunt begins for Daniel Moffat in front.
Trying to make his way up with pure pace, but Jordan Biddle trying to pressure him around the outside. It's actually Dan Birch trying to pressure Jordan Biddle down the outside, and there's contact between the two. Jordan Biddle's off the circuit, Dan Birch drops down, and there's yellow flags out for that stranded Aston Martin that has gone off of the circuit. It's not ideal for him, and he's going to have to rebuild from minute 1. And it's Starkey on that inside, Jalise on that outside line. Bogso, Fordham and Birch are 3 wide just behind them as Craig Starkey tries to make that one stick. Dan Birch tries to manage it on that inside line, but he can't do it. And, well, actually, it was Brian Jalise, in fact, and Remy Alexander Bogso has been overtaken in the end by Dan Birch and may well get overtaken by Matt Fordham down the inside. He tries to squeeze him to that inside line, and it's going to be, I believe, the BMW making his way through pretty easily.
So this circuit is where we'll really see the ballast start to come into play, especially being so heavy, because it's such a power-dependent circuit. You need that top-end speed, and Varkonyi does not really have that compared to the rest with that ballast. Osborne is having to defend quite aggressively against Robert Pure down into turn 1. They go. Pure looking to that inside line, just not enough in that braking zone. Osborne, though, will be a compromised run out of turns 2 and 3. Had to take that tighter line. This might allow Pure now to get the drive he needs up the hill. Osborne all the way to that inside white line. Pure now on the outside. Could he just break that a little bit earlier? Force Osborne deep. He's tried to do just that. Will he be able to get the run, though? Out of the corner, a little slide from Osborne, but he's just able to stay ahead, and the BMW driver is able to keep his position for now.
And for Hendrik de Vries, he's trying to make a move back up. It's been a hellish race for the two near the top of the field, and one actually at the top of the field, and they will be looking to come back for race 2. Hendrik de Vries trying to pick up as much as he can, but as I say that, he makes contact with Remy Alexander Borgshaw and loses his rear wing, and he is pretty much now out of contention.
So, for Moffat, he's in that Lexus sandwich. He is looking to be the first different driver of the season, other than Falcone to take a race victory. Pure maybe looking to the inside line, but no, not close enough to get that move done. And Osborne taking a lot of curb through that first apex, and Moffat crumbles! Moffat crumbles under pressure. He spins round on the exit of turn 1, a key traction zone of the circuit, and it gives Tom Osborne the race lead. Disaster for the man that's led every single minute of this race so far. For Osborne, he really is starting to straight clear against Pure. That gap now 1 second between the pair. The battle begins now on the final lap as we get underway here under the lights in Bahrain for the final lap of here, a 30-minute absolutely accelerating race. And look at Pure under braking, getting really close to the back of Tom Osborne as they now get the drive out of the corner. But does the Austrian have enough left in the tank? Is there enough gas there to really put that pressure on and really amount a challenge against Tom Osborne? Looking to that inside, trying to scare the BMW offline. Not working into turn 4 though. Pure needs to get the power down nicely out of here. Needs to really be tucked up out of turn 7 as you go through 5 here. It's a little kink, then into 6 and 7. Really needs to be all over the back of the BMW. Heading down the hill into 8 to at least try to get the run up into 9 and 10. Late on the brakes once again goes Robert Pure, all about focusing on that exit, and he does get quite a nice run against the BMW, but will it be enough as we head into 9 and 10? Can he send it from this far back on the brakes to try and get that move done? He's looking for it, but no, just not close enough once again. Osborne driving really well under all this pressure from the Lexus behind, who he's been under pressure from all the time. He's got in front as soon as he made that overtake. Pure has been determined to take that one back, and now into turn 11. Is Osborne going to be able to hold on here? It does seem likely. He just needs a good run out of 13. Then surely he will be home drive from Robert Pure behind and not able to get that move. And will be the Lexus. He's got one more sector to go, and Pure goes deep into the corner. He tried a late lunge. It wasn't enough, and surely Osborne has this, but the Lexus has got a good drive out of turn 13. Tom Osborne staring to be the first different winner of the season. We've only had Falcone so far. That streak will now well and truly come to an end. It's been a beautiful run from Falcone, but now for BMW, it's the star boy in Brazil. He makes that a statement here in Bahrain. Tom Osborne wins the first race of the evening here in Sakir, and a beautiful drive that was. And it's go, go, go. It's green flag here in Sakir. And Robert Pure with a beautiful launch off the line. Same with Tom Osborne as well. Already attacking not only Sultan Falcone, but Alistair Ramsey heading into that first corner. There's also one of the McLarens further back having a lunge into that first corner. But look at Osborne sweeping around that outside on Alistair Ramsey. Can the BMW move into second place? Ramsey just able to hold on for now. Falcone on the outside, forced onto the curb. Pure leads the way brilliantly as we head up into turn 4, but he's going to come under pressure as Ramsey's in that slipstream heading up into turn 4. Falcone looking to the inside now. Ramsey trying a late lunge to the inside. A little bit of contact made, but not enough to send any of them spinning. Falcone now looking for that move on Osborne. Gets it done through turn 4 as we head into 5 and 6. The BMW still holding it in there, but Falcone holds on to third, and it's Pure with a dream getaway from pole position, and he holds on to the race lead. But Alistair Ramsey will be hot on his heels over the course of the next few laps.
Not gone particularly well this race start for Alistair Ramsey. He took the gamble to try and pressure Robert Pure, but it hasn't quite worked out as Franklin Stegging goes for a move in the background on Matt Fordham. He is on that inside line. Is he going to be able to hold it on that custom liveried BMW? And he's going to try as he sweeps around the outside in the 31 and he gets through. Starkey tries to get through as well, and well, the slipstream is going to be offered in fact to the BMW of Fordham, and that's going to help him, but it's going to cause him dirty air into the corner, so Starkey can afford to brake later, and Starkey does afford to brake later. Starkey makes his way up, and he moves into 9th place now.
There's De Vries on the outside line. We know that Aston Martin is quite quick in a straight line, but Moffat on the inside line will try and brake later. Just get that car stopped at the apex, not allow De Vries to get the run on the outside line. He doesn't do so, and Moffat gets that 14th place from him. That really did cost him dearly in this battle. And Achilles looking to the inside. Oh, he thought about it, but it wasn't close enough for the move. And that's going to cost him dearly with this run now out of turn 14. But did it unsettle Dan Birch too much? down this main straight now and on the corner exit. That Aston Martin, we know, very slippery in a straight line compared to the McLaren. So is he going to look to the inside? Is he going to take the dagger he sees before him and send a vicious lunge to that inside line? Yes, he is. It's Brian Shilley's going to be able to get that move done, though. Birch on the outside will try his best to fight it, but a better traction, a better drive from the Aston Martin sees him up into the top 5, and it's Shilley who gets the move done.
Potentially make the move as early as turn number 12. He will take that slipstream. He will try and make Starkey go to the inside. Aggressive defensive move from Craig Starkey, which means that he holds on to P8. Daniel Moffat won't particularly be happy with that one, I don't think, because, well, Craig Starkey did seem to swerve quite far across the circuit to defend, but it all's well that ends well, and neither of them picked up damage.
Here is Daniel Moffat down the main straight. It seems that Lexus just having a bit more straight line speed than that Porsche. So are we going to see Moffat now late on the brakes into turn 1, finally get this move done? Of course, this is where he lost out crucially on that race victory in race 1. And here around in race 2, he picks off another position. It's his first outing in this Lexus. It's a second place in the first race. He's had 2 second places so far this season. And it's going to be a weekend where we do not see the Hungarian of Vakony take the race victory. But for Robert Pure, the bridesmaid will now become the bride. At last, Robert Pure, the Austrian. That swap could not have worked more sweeter. This is how you say thank you to a new manufacturer taking you on. Is Robert Pure, who wins here the second race in Sakir.